Incomprehension produces the faith that keeps the being in ignorance. Arrogance and intolerance sustain pride, which uses intelligence to support misunderstanding. The reverberation of misunderstood concepts is a necessity of pride. This movement is an almost unstoppable and harmful force, imposing limits on the being's capacity to act and think freely. Faith is one of those well-sold concepts, imposed and accepted with extreme ease. Critical thinking, natural to the being, is obstructed by indolence, which permeates and comes to predominate. The being itself, imprisoned, calls out for reason, and for trust in itself, in order to recover the autonomy of imperishable wisdom. That same wisdom questions and overturns the incomprehension that causes deviations from the real journey, which should be unique. A being attentive to itself communes exclusively with wisdom, which is also the sole provider of knowledge. When a concept is understood by the being, aligned with its origin, it is correct, and places itself like a precious stone on the path that supports its steps. The request is to maintain a safe distance from rules, norms, information, and concepts that confront critical thinking. May the being believe in the tools that accompany it, and that alone guarantee honesty in its relationships with life. May the ears of the being always be turned primarily toward itself, and may faith be understood only in this way, never subordinated to what comes from outside. May the being understand that nothing can exist, nor ever be greater than the presence of the being itself. Purity is the treasure sought by the merchants of the temples. But purity is imperishable and non-negotiable. It may be attacked and obscured, yet it will never disappear. Within it resides the genetic seed of every virtue that sustains the true values of the being. When purity is obstructed, authentic values are attacked and risk being replaced, even if only temporarily. Critical thinking is a great ally in recovering obstructed original knowledge. Every search of the being is for its origin, and ignorance establishes itself only through distancing from that origin. The being will never find knowledge in anything external to itself. The word that is discovered means exactly this: the removal of the garments imposed upon knowledge. The concept of self-knowledge has become necessary to make the being look again toward the right place, where everything that is true resides. The call to individual meditation, guided solely by the being itself, aims at this recovery. Rebirth is nothing more than the reunion of the being with itself and with immanent purity. When the being seeks its own heart, it seeks its origin, for the heart, being the first organ to give life, holds the origin of the being and of original thought. If there were an original sin, that sole sin would be birth into separativity. And the only possible separativity is that of the being from itself. This is why life demands concepts, for by itself it cannot sustain itself. Without the creativity of the being, life as a concept could not be imposed, and would not exist. What is most unsettling is that this concept sustains formation, existence, nature, and the universe. Step away from the worship of the complex, return to original thought, and resolve the equation of life.